What's up, Roulette Fools? Brent with AOB, back for another session. Boy, that was a barn burner yesterday. I'm still kind of amped about that. That was crazy and not the norm, but at the same time, it was kind of fun to just kind of let loose for once. And of course, we lose on the first spin here. But I don't expect to have too many of those again, if at all. I get it on some of the comments, people saying some of you just didn't like it. You didn't feel like that is normal, I guess, or relatable. Totally understand. Or it deviates from standard practice of what you felt like the video should be about. Totally understand. At the same time, like I said a little while ago, I'm gonna play the way I want to play, and I'm gonna play and make it fun for me. If anyone also said, if I had lost that $30,000 bet, would I have admitted to losing? And the answer is not at that point, because we had our balance, which we'll show here. We have our profit plus this is the profit above the $30,000 bankroll. So right now we have close to $70,000 in bankroll. So I would have still had bankroll. But if I ever get to a point where, I lose, I lose. I have no problem. I'm not afraid of saying I lose or I didn't make it, or I'm not doing that. And this is for fun. So I wanna have fun with this. And off to a terrible start. 15, 18. Oh, we're going to go. We're just going to stick with this for now. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to have fun with it, and I'm going to play the way that I want to play. And I understand if that doesn't jive with some of your expectations, and that's totally understandable. I feel like I want to go a little crazy once in a while, and I'm going to play it smart. And I'm doing it ahead. So to me, the proof is in the pudding. And so we'll see at day. Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. This is like how many days in a row? This is utter crap. Wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I feel like lately 9 Streets have just been kicking my ass. I'll have to go back and look at how many videos, how many days that is. But I mean, how many times in a row? 25, 15, 25, 15. Look at that. 25, 15, 25, 15. Really? And a 27? Oof. Let's hope she's got that out of her system. Let's hope she's like that. I got that out of her system. You go. Okay. Whew. I was thinking 18. No way. All right. Here we go. Anyway, it was a great day yesterday. It was pretty exciting. I'm also just finished. You'll see a new series on there. We got a couple new series. The Blackjack versus Baccarat series. It's not really versus each other, versus seeing how each one plays out. We started with, we're going for a 5% target right now. So $25, we have a $500 bankroll for each. We're going for a 5%, which is $25. And after 4 sessions, we'll look to reevaluate and be moving that up possibly. All right. There we go. Okay, so now we're not going to go all the way back down, but I don't want to keep it that high. And we're down 45, so we're going to go 180. Anyway, so I'm excited about that series. I don't know if I'll publish that every single day or if I'll string a couple days together at a time. But after we get to, say, 4 wins, we hit our daily target 4 times, we'll start increasing the percentages slowly. So we're making more and more, up to about 10%. I think 10% is a really great target to try and hit. All right, there we go. Where are we at here? All right, we're at 15. Let's see if we can make some tracks now. The one downside to this server, I really wish you could save bets here. It's really silly that you can't. Stake, are you listening? Okay, I also got some supposed to be non-copyrighted music playing on the background with Spotify. Hopefully, I've tested it over and over. Hopefully, it's just barely loud enough where you can just barely hear it. Maybe fills in some of that silence. I don't mind dead space, but I just think it's more comfortable. All right, there you go. Anyway, yeah, my daughter's home. We're going to go to my mom's house for Thursday night dinner. She wants to watch the debate. So, whatever. Things you do for your parents. I really don't. I'm so sick of the politics and stuff. I just tune it out now. I don't even want to see it. But I'm not going to talk politics or any of those hot button issues here. Don't worry. But we'll go over there, have dinner, see what we're doing. But I'm also going to be doing my new series, which is a low bankroll challenge. And I think what I'm going to do is it's going to be free for all. So would really love to hear your feedback on that. Although by the time maybe I get this feedback, it'll be too late. But I heard a bunch of you saying, yeah, it would be great to see, some said it would be great to go from 10 to 1,000, 0 to hero. I really don't want to start with a $10 bankroll because then you're talking about bets in the penny size. And while I think that's an amazing feat, if you can go $10 to 1,000, honestly, I just think if $10 is what you have, play with what you have if that's the only disposable income. But I think for most of us, $10 and betting with 1 cent bets is just, someone else who does that with fake money, and I'll leave that to them. All right, there's a loss. So I think I'm either going to go 100 to 1,000, and when I reach 1,000, do 1,000 to 5,000 or something along those lines. Or I was thinking starting out with 300 and going with the $30 a day to $50 a day, pushing it a little bit. And any casino game is open game. Anything. I can do live roulette, live baccarat, blackjack. I can do digital games, whatever it is. And it's not, I'll hit a target, but really it's going to be just how fast can I make that money and move it forward in the best, most practical way possible without, being too risky. It's going to be playing it safe and smart, but at the same time, not necessarily stopping if we get to 30 or 50 or whatever it is. It'll just be more of a time thing. We'll probably play for 15 minutes at a time, and whatever we get at the end of 15 minutes is what we get. And we're going to hope for the best. So let me know if that sounds like a challenge that you'd like to see, taking either 100 or I'd like to do 300. I think 300 is a very common bankroll that most people can get. I almost think that if you are having trouble with a $300 bankroll, that you should be, really, really careful. Oh, for goodness sakes, this lady. All right, what is that? We just lost 130, 240. I have one guy that does, he likes to, now what I had thought before was to, we're just going to recover with this one, but we're at 540. The recovery is, and I've spoken about this before, is when you play 9 Street, maybe when you lose initially the first loss, you go 5 Street or Romanovsky. One of the members in our Discord, Dave, he says he's been playing 9 Streets, and upon his first loss, he's been going Romanovsky, and so far so good with it. So, I mean, I don't think that's a bad strategy at all. Just have to be careful, right? The Romanovsky can really come back and kick your ass. So now we're going to have to bet this several times. So maybe we'll play with that. I've been playing with the idea of playing this, and as soon as you get one loss, switching over to 5 double streets and then staying on that. I kind of like that better than the Romanovsky, but maybe we'll do a little comparison here. Or maybe I'll make that for a separate video where it doesn't affect this, but I'm not afraid to go for it here. It's not something that I feel like would jeopardize our challenge. We're doing really, really well. I mean, come on, we're at $7,120 in surplus right now, so we're kicking ass. Another thing I thought I would do is if I can get that surplus up to, say, 10,000, where I have 5,000 of crazy money. All right, look at that, 120. Okay, here we go. We're going to stay right here. So what we're going to do now is if we lose, oh shit, that's all $25. Okay, we barely got in there. If we lose here, the first loss, I'm immediately going to go to 5 double streets. And in this case, it's a $45. So this is what's dangerous. That means we're going to have to be doing 45 times 5, right? In order to recover. So you can see how especially dangerous that would be if we do a 135 bet. Because if we do a 135 bet, then when we do our 5 double streets, every single double street will have to have 135, right? So you're talking about, what is that, 35, 150, 120, 175. You're talking about $675 bet suddenly on a 5 double streets to recover, 135. Romanowski's even more. It'd be 135 times 8. If you feel like you want to get it back in one spin, right? All right, there we go. So we recovered. Where are we at here? 180. Nice. We're doing well. We're doing well. So for the most part, yeah, I'm going to have my crazy days, but for the most part, if you look back, 99% of all my videos, I'm playing a very safe and reserved method. So, but again, I get it. If this isn't your cup of tea, totally understand. Totally understand those of you that felt like you wanted to unsubscribe because I was just another degen. But at the same time, I kind of like to prove out that no matter how bad, of course, if you have your right starting bet and it's low enough and you have the bankroll that can support it, you can really survive a lot. I mean, we were extremely fucking unlucky yesterday with a lot of those bets. I mean, it was crazy how many on the 5 double streets we lost. I mean, I was blown away. So I consider that, people say, oh, well, you were just lucky. I think we were very unlucky to actually be in the position that we were at. And I took a break and I came back and I made a decision in my head what I was going to go for and what I was willing to accept and what I wasn't willing to accept. Okay, there's a loss. Okay, so that is 135. So what we would have to do here is we're just going to go, and I know I can double this if I put it on there. So we're just going to go to 125 each. So that's a 625 bet. And that would get us $10 away from breaking even. We can go back to our 9 street bet, 135, and then we would be able to break even plus go up on the next one. Or we could do a 15. Whew, that one was right there. And that's what's kind of scary about this. Now, if you remember, we had sessions of Romanowski that went very, very well for us. So I'm not opposed to Romanowski. I just think it's scary. All right. There we go. All right. So yeah, I think I'm going to have, I might have the kid come down and host one of these sessions here coming up this week or something. I think that would be cool. Of course, I'm not going to leave her alone here with this bankroll. I'm going to be watching her like a hawk. But I'll see if she wants to do. Oh, man. Come on now. Linda. You little vixen. All right. So we're going to go. What did we lose there? That's 100. We lost 135 again. So we're just going to go up to 100. So this is a $500 bet. I don't know. I feel like this one's just playing with fire, but I don't think it could be any worse than when we lose several in a row. And some people were saying on there that whenever they lose on the 9th Street, they wait until there's a virtual win so you don't get back to back. But like right here, if we had waited, we would have had 2 losses in a row because we would have waited out this win, then bet again and lost. So to that, I say, I don't think it really matters, honestly. I don't think it really matters. All right, we're going to go again. What was our high here? 225. All right, we're going to hit this again and see if we can grab another win. So yeah, that's why saying I'm going to wait for we lose, as you see in the graph, I'm going to wait for a win before I go back in. Well, here's your win. Then we go back in. Then we lose down here. We're even further where we were before, right? So honestly, you may have had luck, but it's all, you'll have those days where it's really good luck and you'll have the days where it's not. So I don't think that the sitting out in terms of waiting. Now, if you're going to tell me that you wait it out because it gives you a moment to emotionally check yourself and see what you're going to do, totally 100% agree. But I don't think most of you on a one loss really need to take that break. But maybe you do. And there's nothing wrong with it. Slowing things down, nothing wrong with it. And that's one of the great things about playing at a brick and mortar casino is that it's a much, much, much slower than this. It gives you a little bit more time to think. Okay, so I think that music is kind of creeping up maybe. Sorry if that music's loud. I'm trying to perfect it. Oh, well, that would have been a loss no matter what we did. All right, here we go. All right. All right, we'll leave it at one. Oh, shit. There we go. I missed a 25. Now, it would have been awesome if we didn't hit here. We would have gotten an extra $25, but let's see what we can do here. And maybe we'll play around with Romanowski. Once we get to 300, I would like to continue making some tracks. But at this point, 36 and 34. Man, that's why you don't look at the wheel. At this point, we're in such a good position to finish much earlier than what we're forecasted to. So on one hand, just to, what are we at here? 280, 270. Okay, so we'll go ahead by $10 here if we win this. At this point, I almost want to cruise at $300 a day, and just cruise to 365. And it'll come in a little bit early, but that's kind of boring too. Just grabbing the 300. Not that 300 comes easy every day, but we'll see. Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, let me know what you think about these new series about this low bankroll challenge. And I put a poll in our Discord. If I do like a $100 or $300 low bankroll challenge where I'm trying to get X amount of money a day, is that only live roulette? Is it only any live dealer tables? Or does anything go? You know what I mean? And by anything goes means I can play any game available on the casino. If that's dice, if that's live, if it's whatever it is, high, low, mines, dragon ladder. I think that would be kind of cool because I think that's realistic to online play, right? Most of you are going to have, while you may not have the exact games available to you, you will have the games. All right, so let's see here. We're up 350. We're going to go Romanowski. 3 units there, 3 units on the second. And we're going to choose this and this right here for a $200 bet. We did pretty good with this before. We're only winning $25. So I'm not crazy about Romanowski. Just because when you win, if you think 5 double streets is hard. So, and just another reminder, I've been putting it at the beginning of my recent videos, only play with money you can afford to lose, please. Disposable income. Don't be spending rent money, food money. Whew. Oh my gosh. Okay. Phew. All right, here we go. Don't be spending rent money, food money, gas money. Just, if you don't have it, set it aside or create a stake account. Sign up on our affiliate link below. You'll get it if you're in the US. You'll automatically get $25 to play with, as well as you can create a ticket in Discord. And when your turn is up and I'm playing for the affiliates, I pay the US members. I give you an extra $75 directly deposited into your account through Litecoin for you to play. That's $100 free to play on. Okay, so give that a thought. If you're a .com user around the world or a .uk, then you get the full $100 because you get a deposit bonus of 200%, but you don't get actual free cash. So now in both those instances, we match up to, let's see, I actually need to retract that. We changed it because people were creating accounts just to sit there and get free money and then cash it out. And that's not the idea. The idea is for you to have something to play with that's not going to really cost you. So we will match, if you're a silver or below, we will match up to $50 of your deposit. Gold, we will match up to $75. And if you're a platinum or higher, we will match. See, this is the danger of Romanowski now. So now we got a double. This is a real danger. Double. We're going up to $800. And so, yeah, this is pretty crazy. This gets pretty crazy. All right, now I'm holding my breath. I almost felt like we should have left. I wasn't having great vibes with Linda today. I don't know. Or the wheel. I certainly wouldn't have played yesterday, like, I don't know. But I got on yesterday, and one of the dealers, I wasn't even crazy about that dealer either. All right. It's nice not have to worry about anything in the first 2 dozens, though, yeah? All right, we got to do this twice just to break even. Okay. So, yeah, because we lost $200. This gives us $100. Remember, whatever units you see here, whatever your base unit is, there's 3 units, then 1 unit. In this case, our units are 100. That's what your payout is, 100. Same thing with 5 double streets, right? Whatever your amount is on each of the double streets, that single double street, that's how much you will profit. So if we did $500, 100 in each, you would profit $100. All right, let's go. Let's go. Don't make this hard on us. Okay, good. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, see? Now look at that. We're down $500. That is a danger of using Romanowski right fucking there. What to do? I don't think I want to go Romanowski again because we'd have to go 3,200. Oof. Let's try it. Let's play this through. We'll still have $1,300 that we could try for a comeback if we lose this. But this is why Romanowski is dangerous. So, Dave, you're seeing it right here. Dave's prompted me a lot of times to say how Romanowski's doing well for him, and it might be. And in your case, you're using it as a recovery, not as a standing bet. So, okay, we need another 400. That would get us up to 300. So that would bring us back almost. If we can win this, this would get us back right at this bump right there. So it would be a recovery for us. But man, $3,200 to win, $400. It's pretty insane. I definitely would hate to use this one on a brick and mortar casino because you have the 2 zeros. Okay, good. Well, 3 or 35 was going to be a winner for us no matter what. So, all right, here we go back. At least we can come back to 25s. All right, there's a $200 bet. This is $25. Our high was $400. Shoot. I'd rather do $500 on $100 double streets right now. But we have a 3, a 35, a 1. Meh. We have a dealer change. Good. I feel like a dealer change. What's up, Daddy Chill? What's up, Markovic? I appreciate you, man. Welcome. Appreciate the support. I love getting on here and playing with people. I mean, this is as close on virtual. This is as close as you can almost get to actually playing with your friends, right? Is getting on here and chatting and being able to chat with people. And after you play here for long enough, start recognizing some of the names. So that's kind of cool. I appreciate it, Mark. All right, let's go. We are at 325. I might switch over to 5 double streets. Okay. I like it. What do you think? Switch over or stay here? I'm going to switch over. I mean, we lose there, we lose 200. We lose here, we lose 125. But I'm going to go up to 500. If we lose this, we'd only be down 150. So we're okay. What's up, Roulette? All right, 30. That's a win. So at 450. Okay, here we go. We're going to go again. We're at 450. We're going to try to get to 600. I want to do days where I'm getting to 5 or 600. But this is what we did yesterday, remember? Anyway, this is cool. This stuff is what makes it all worthwhile. The Discord, I mean, I'm still blown away. If you haven't been in Discord, that Discord, I go on to watch that and I just watch the chats of everybody, and I still can't get over, the support and what people, hey, good morning, good night. This is what I'm doing for my job. Hey, I'm having a tough time with this. It's just amazing. I mean, fucking amazing that people from all around the world were now brought together. So, and like these guys here, Roulette and Mark, I mean, that's just fucking cool. I think this is cool. All right, let's go. Who's our barkeep? Nora. All right, Nora. She's doing well for us so well. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. No! Nora, just after I said you're kicking ass, you got to go and do something like that. At least it was only 250. At least I brought it down. All right. We're going to go ahead and go to 1,000 here. All right, let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay. If we lose this, we're down 700. Sound familiar to yesterday? Let's not make it another yesterday. Let's get this one and get to 600 in a hurry. This would take us to 500. Then we need one more win. Let's get to 600 and call it quits. And I can go start playing around with that low bankroll video. All right, there we go. Good. All right. There's 200 back out of the 250. So now we're going to go to the $500 bet. Okay. I'm online, Daddy Chill. We're recording right now. Recording right now. I don't do this live anymore. People didn't like it live. And I said I would leave this one exactly the same, but we're doing the other ones live. All right, there we are. We are at 5. We are at 600. We got to it. Now, last time I said, let's keep going. I got greedy. I'm going to drop down to 25s and see if we can keep going. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay. What's up, JL Wins? Yes, you are now stuck in the trenches with me on this video. All right, look at that. 650. All right. We're just going to go slow. And on this one, if we lose, yeah. We're just going to keep going. Every little bit we can do is positive, man. It's one step closer, but I don't want to make the same mistake yesterday. That's why I'm lowering my bets down this much. We're not going to go higher than this. And we might go back to our 9 streets. Let's see. How does 134 looking like? Win, 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 lose. Win, lose. So there's 2 losses. Lose. Never mind. 1, 3, 4 sucks. All right. There we go. All right. We're at 650. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. See what we can get to here. I remember one time, I think I told you guys my very first car. Well, my parents gave me a truck when we had a farm truck, a Chevy 454 single cab, and that's what our parents said to drive when we got our driver's license. And then my brother went to college, so I got the truck after he did, and that thing got like 8 miles a gallon. So I was like, oh my God, that thing would just bleed me dry, especially the way a high schooler drives, right? So as soon as I could, I got my own car. It was a Mazda RX-7, 1979. I love that car. And I told you guys about that before. And I remember one time I was in the school parking lot, and I was parked, and school was out. So I'm going out to the parking lot, getting in my car, and this gal that I had a crush on, she was like parked tangent to me. It's like this, facing this way, but one over. And there was no one in front of me. And I got in, and I was all cocky, and I was like, oh, I want to show off to her. So I get in my car, and I'm going to take off, not super fast, but I'm going to go. And so I'm like, yeah, let's do, that's all right. We're doing pretty well. All right. Now we're going to double this bad boy up. We're going to go double. Anyway, so, I'm like, I gun it. Kind of rev the engine. I'm all real impressive, which now, you realize now you get older, you're just looking like an idiot. But gun it, go forward, and wouldn't you know, I high center my car over the fucking parking lots, stops, whatever you call those concrete, things at the front of a parking spot. Oh my God. How fucking embarrassing. I felt like such a doof. To put it mildly. All right, there we go. There's one. So that gets us back. That's a $500 bet. That gets us back up almost. We need to win a $25 one now to recover. I think we're going to go double this one up to 250. And this would get us up to 700. And that, my friends, will be a call it a quit. Anyway, being an idiot guy, a kid in our youth, thinking what they think is cool. Yeah, revving our cars, running over, high centering over parking stops. Oh my gosh. Knucklehead. Oh, come on. Lady, you're really pissing me off. Why do I feel like there's been more zeros in that, but there hasn't? All right. All right, we're not going to go for it all at once. We're just going for 500. I would love to go for 1,000 right now, but not going to do it. Not going to do it. So, yeah. So kind of curious what you guys think. I've got the series. We've got the Blackjack versus Baccarat series. We have the low bankroll, trying to go from 100. I haven't made up my mind whether it's 100 to 1,000 or 300 to 5,000, something along those lines. And then we have this series right here. All right. We got to win this 3 times in a row, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that'll do it for the series. Other than some one-offs, we do our live streams and the giveaways. So if you haven't had a chance, look in the links. Get into Kick. We gave away good money again. We did an awesome where I went on a dice. I made $1,000 in a hurry. And then we took that $1,000 and played it in like 11 different slot machines. And whoever guessed the 10 people, or actually we ended up giving away 19 prizes. So whomever guessed the bankroll that was left after we played all the the games. Whoever got closest got $50. And then everybody else got $25. We had 20 winners yesterday. One of them got 50. We gave 19 people $25 yesterday. It was awesome. All right, 600. All right, at least if we're playing with money. Yeah, I know. And I said I wasn't going to go above $25. And here I am betting, but we got to get caught up. Anyway, so get into Kick. It's and there's not that many people. I mean, there's, I think, maybe anywhere between these days. I think yesterday was maybe 80 people in there. You have a really good chance. When we gave away 20 people, we gave away money to. Every dime I made there, everything we made on the slots, we gave away. All right, now we're talking. Okay, that brings up to 700. We were at 675. We're now at 700. We are calling it quits. Let's go to our chart here. Let's go to the daily tracker. 48.32. That was yesterday. So 48.820 is our start. And up here, plus 700. All right. Look at that monster day yesterday. 13,725. Ooh, doggy. Okay. Because, well, we also, you got to remember, we had these two losses right here. So it's all three of these combined. Minus 41, minus 91.25. Then we got it back plus some. All right, let's go to the graph. Plus that, plus 700. That's what our graph looks like. And we'll come here to the summary. Looky. We're over the $40,000 mark. We're at 7,820. I really want that to be 5,000 or 10,000, because if we can get that to 10,000, I think I'll have a session where I'm doing $1,000 double streets, $5,000, playing with that crazy surplus, the above 5,000, and see if we can get a couple rolls. Because if we can do that, man, if we're lucky and we can get 1 to 2 to 3 of those rolls at a time now and then, man, we'll be really piling on to this. And if we lose it, we still have $5,000 surplus. So I'm not going to do anything crazy till we get there. This is our 109th day, 372 average. We are fucking crushing it. Look at this. We're over the 40,000. 40,000 isn't supposed to occur until sometime around day 130 something. So we're crushing it right now. Anyway, be good humans. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Not that hard. Let's go crush the casino. It's us against them, all of us against them. We're all on the same side here against them. That's how it should be. All right. Cheers. We'll see you next time.